Hello everyone and welcome back to RadioSEGA's coverage of Sage 2018. I'm your host Green Viper 8, or at least I'm the host for the 2D stuff, and this is Petit Hedgehog, made by Chengi. This game's most notable for using original assets as well as fan-made remixes, and by far the most notable aspect is the way this game looks, because it looks absolutely gorgeous, and the gameplay itself is pretty good too. Whereas I tried to go for first impressions on these types of videos, I have actually played a bit of this one just because I've been trying to get this set up for ages to try and record this, so hopefully we're good now. We got a nice new setup here which looks a bit better than the previous game that we played on the channel, so I hope you enjoy that, but we're going to come in here and get into the main game. And one thing this game does well, which a lot of other fan games don't do, is it has a character select, and the reason I said it does it better than a lot of games is because every one of these characters has an individual ability which they can do, which another character can't. So Sonic's is that he has a homing attack. Shadow's is that he has the ability to, it's chaos control I think. It's sort of like a homing attack, just it doesn't lock onto enemies. Then Amy has a double jump. I'm going to be playing as Sonic for the purpose of this review because, well, he's Sonic, he's the all-rounder in these sorts of games. So we're going to go with him and we're going to play for a good few acts before we call it a video. And you may notice, once again, original music right here. Absolutely love the remixes in this game. They fit the style of the visuals and the gameplay just very well. This is Dora and Summer from Knuckles Chaotix, in case you didn't realise, but hey, this is by far the most well-known track from the game, so you probably do know it. So, I did mention earlier, but I hope the gameplay looks a lot better because I'm using a different recording setup now, so it should in turn get rid of that that blurring that you were seeing on the previous recording. And probably on Sonic Chaos as well, that might have the same issue because I couldn't get it to run on this hardware setup, sadly. But yeah, this is an original zone. I actually can't remember the name of this zone, even though it flashed up a second ago, so pause the video and go back if you want to see what it was called. But all of the stages in this game are original. There's no Green Hill here. It's all stuff that you've seen before. And I guess that's one complaint that I have with this game that you saw just there, is that for some reason how loops calculate where you are works really weirdly, so sometimes you can just run through the bottom of them despite not having gone through the loop. So maybe that can be fixed, but aside from that, this is a very big improvement over the original incarnation of this game, which appeared in Sage 2017, I believe, was the last appearance of this game. Another complaint I have is, although the music is great, the loop is very weird. They need to fix that for the final release, I'd say, because the loop, how it works, is it will fade out, and then the music will start again, which doesn't sound good at all. In fact, it sounds very off-putting. It's not horrible, you can definitely play with it, but it's very off-putting compared to the perfectly looping games and music that we're used to now in these sorts of contests. So if I had to pick some favourite games, this would be among the favourite that I've played so far, because I haven't played everything, but it's got everything. It's got good level design, it's got good music, varied gameplay, and varied character abilities. It actually gives you incentives to play as the other characters, which is something not a lot of games can say. It's just, hey, do you like the way this character looks? Then play as this character. This actually gives you reasons to play as the characters, aside from liking them. As well, it's not comparable to any other Sonic game in terms of visuals, because a lot of the games in this contest look nice, but they take visuals, or they use visuals from previous games, or they design them around previous games. Sonic Chaos is once again a good example, and I don't know where to go here. Yeah, Sonic Chaos is once again a good example, because that game looks gorgeous, but it's clearly taking inspiration from Mania. Very obviously. I still don't really know where I'm going here. I've never got lost like this before. Normally I've just blitzed through this stage without really having too much of an issue, so this has caught me off guard a bit. Am I pushing this block? Yes I am. Okay, that's actually a good use of level design right there. Admittedly it wasn't very obvious. I thought that was just a block to help you jump, so that's something in terms of visibility that could be improved, I guess. But yeah, good use of level design and level gimmicks. I will say this game, another negative it has is that it has no controller support built in. You'll either have to use something like Joy to Key or X-Padder, or you'll have to use a keyboard like I'm currently doing. That's not too much of an issue, because I do actually quite like using keyboard for 2D Sonic, but, you know, it's not for everyone. And I'm not doing too well right now. This is actually reused music, as far as I can tell. This is Sonic Battle. And this boss isn't too original as well. This is quite reminiscent of Sonic Advance first boss fight. In fact, this game strikes a lot of similarities to Sonic Advance, which is ironic considering there's another Sonic Advance based game in this contest, and there's actually a Sonic Battle game as well, so there's that. But overall, yeah, that boss, not many points for originality, but it's a fun one anyway. So that's all I've got to say about it. There we go, that was Act 2, and now we're going into a completely new zone once again. Okay, quick edit right there. Now we're into Fossil Peak Zone, and I'm back here with Amy, because I decided, hey, why not? Why not show off 2 characters? This will be the final zone we show off, but anyway, one thing about this stage is, for some reason, this gimmick here, if you know Sonic games, you know that normally that spiked ball would swap sides. For some reason it doesn't in this game, so that throws you off a little bit on your first playthrough. And in fact that threw me off a bit on my first playthrough as well, and you're noticing very quickly just how OP Amy's double jump is. We're not really paying attention to the level design here at all, just skipping over all of it. But yeah, Amy's like the best character to play as. Like, in terms of Sonic characters, she's not exactly my favourite, but damn, she's good to play as here. Like, in the advanced games, she was always really naff to play as, but here they've done a great job of actually making her feel like a Sonic character who's got speed and a unique ability that doesn't hamper her in any way like it was in those games. Let's see if we can actually clear this, because why not? Okay, we can very glitchily clear that. This seems like the type of game that would be really fun to speedrun with Amy, actually. A jump, especially in the first stage, lets you skip a lot of stuff. Like that. That was very broken. And I can't complain too much, because it wasn't like that was game breaking, that was just fun. So close to that A rank, yet so far. I like this game as a ranking system, actually, and I think it's quite time based compared to the other games. And okay, this is interesting. I haven't seen this level before, so I don't know too much of what it's about. Does it have a gimmick aside from the fact that it's dark, or what? That's something I'd like to know. And yeah, you can do stuff like that as well to skip jumping or skip spin dashing up ramps. And yep, there's the glitchy loop skips coming into play again. So overall, this is definitely a game that I'd recommend. This is a whole heap of fun, and it's actually fairly original compared to a lot of the other games that I'm going to be showing off in the 2D stuff. You know, original levels, original assets, versus the other games which occasionally reuse stuff, or they use, you know, levels from old games, or in the case of I don't know if I'll be able to show it off, because I want to show off the Sonic Advance revamped game, but it's not running well on any of my hardware setups, so even my, like, fairly capable PC, it doesn't want to run on there. So I'm not really too sure what to do about that, but yeah, that's one of the ones I wanted to show off, and hey, no boss, but yeah, this has been my showcase of Petit Hedgehog. Go and download this from the Sage website, and that's been it for this video. I've been Green Viper 8. Scott will catch you tomorrow for another 3D game. Not sure what it is yet, but yeah, we'll see you then, and thank you for tuning in. And for some reason, that broke. See you soon. Bye.